Most Americans want to hold Communist China accountable for their actions, not only on their spying, not only on the virus, but sadly, a majority of socialist Democrats and Joe Biden, they're just busy left and right, mostly left, caving into the communists. Can the Republicans do anything to make sure that the socialists in our government don't let the communists over in Beijing off the hook?
Well, we are demanding, and Representative Scalise, myself, Jim Jordan, we have been pushing Speaker Pelosi, as well as the chairman of our COVID subcommittee, Majority Whip Clyburn, to hold a hearing. We want information. We want the facts. We want to know what the origins of this virus are. We believe it is the lab. There's evidence that shows that, and we need to hold Communist China accountable. This was something that the president should have done when he wanted to re-enter, the World Health Organization, which we are the biggest funder of. He should be demanding answers and a real thorough investigation. This should be the top item on the G7 agenda this weekend. America should be leading the way, but this is a virus that killed 4 million people, and so around the world. And so we need our international partners to also be demanding accountability and transparency, access to the lab results, lab records. Also, Iran. Look what he did today with Iran, lifting sanctions on some of the players there. So this is just another example of how this administration has been very weak on foreign policy, and they are giving away the store with concessions and getting nothing in return. And that is something that Obama did.
That's right.
And now we're seeing it as well with President Biden.
And Congresswoman, the individuals in Iran that Beijing, I'm sure with the praise of Beijing, because we know Russia and Iran and China are all part of this triumvirate against the United States. But what Joe Biden did to the Iranian people, there was 2 of them, if I believe, they're oil people. So here's Biden killing American energy, and he relieves sanctions. He did it for Russia first, and now he's doing it for the terrorist state of Iran as far as energy is concerned. But I want to pivot back to China if I can. Your colleague, Congressman Jason Smith, questioned acting OMB head Shalandra Young on whether Biden's budget proposal includes funding for research at the Wuhan Institute of Virology. Listen to this.
So let me ask you this. Can you commit that American dollars will never be used to fund such research going forward from this budget?
Congressman, I started my career at NIH. I would never, make that commitment as someone who believes we need to be led by science. And we certainly need to wait to this review before we jump to conclusions.
Congresswoman, who in the heck wrote this budget? Dr. Fauci?
I mean, it truly is unbelievable, and that is why we want the COVID subcommittee to focus on this. We should be bringing Dr. Fauci in. We should be bringing the executive of Echo Health in, which sent those contracts over to the Wuhan lab. We have to get answers to what exactly occurred here, what decisions led to this, and how did American dollars be used at that lab. And so I think this is something that, we're not going to let up on. I think the world community deserves answers, particularly 600,000 Americans that died right here. But I think that this is just another example, whether it's supporting Iran oil, supporting Russian oil, supporting India and China when it comes to, allowing them to do whatever they want in terms of climate and not leveling the playing field with the Paris Accord, or this, there's a lot of questions that Americans should be having on what's going on here when it comes to the president's international policies, and why is he not putting America first? Why are all these countries coming first under President Biden and Secretary Blinken?
Yep, it's the foreigners first, America last policies of the party in power with the full support of the press, sadly. Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis, thank you.